walkthrough, playthrough, review, anything like that. It's just me playing the game badly so you can see what it looks like.
Okay then, I said I had a Japanese import game on the way, and here it is for the Sega Saturn. This is Gale Racer, but it's a game I know better as Rad Mobile. I played this in the arcades in the early 90s, I guess it was, late 80s, early 90s, probably late 80s. And I absolutely loved it. It was, you know, it uses the sprite scaling, that super scaler technology thing that Sega have, and this was kind of like it was just before 3D came along and you had your Ridge Racers and your Daytonas and stuff. This was, before all of that, this was probably as good as it got. Maybe Power Drift or something like that was maybe a little bit more advanced, I don't know. But this was the best thing that I played. And I loved it. I was truly crap at it. I probably still will be. I'm playing this with the Knight 3D thing. Though it doesn't support the analog as such, it's functioning in a very digital kind of way. It just feels nicer than using the D-pad. Little crap. This is the second take. It's the third time I've played it, but it's the second attempt at recording it because I did it earlier. I've got a whole recording in the can, but the colour was off. The SCART lead wasn't plugged in quite properly and it looked, whoops, wrong. Oh dear, I crashed. You will see a lot of that. Yeah, I don't know, I love sprite scaling on games. So I'd seen a couple of videos of this recently on YouTube. I, to my shame, can't remember who did them. One of them is certainly someone I'm subscribed to. One I think I just chanced upon. And I thought I need to get that game because I loved it in the arcades. And I've tried a few times to play it on main and failed appallingly because it's just uncontrollable when I've tried it. It's like the game will run, but you steer one way or the other and it just piles straight into the side of the road and you crash. And that's not good. I mean, that's even worse than me on a driving lesson. So yeah, I saw those videos and I thought, well, I'm going to have a look on eBay and see how much I can find this game for. It being a Japanese import, I wasn't hopeful. I thought that's probably going to be expensive. Well, $4.99. That's what I paid for this. I was chuffed. It was the only one I saw going for that price, and that was a buy it now as well. There are other people selling it for significantly more. But I thought that price, yeah, I mean, I'm trying not to spend money. It's Christmas coming and I'm skint anyway. But I thought I've got to have that. And here it is. It does differ a bit from the arcade game in that the resolution isn't as good. The draw distance isn't as good. And you do have those loading periods in between bits of circuit where in the arcade you would have just gone smoothly sort of transition from one area to the next. But that doesn't bother me hugely. I'm sure, I don't know, this was apparently done quite early in the Saturn's life. Probably later on they could have worked out some kind of loading method where it could have loaded the next level while you were still playing, but I guess they just hadn't mastered the thing by then. But I don't mind, I can live with that because the loading isn't really long. You know, a few seconds, whatever, gives you a chance for a breather, which when it's as frantic as this, it is quite frantic, a breather is quite welcome. Your view is kind of restricted a bit. You know, you're looking out at the windscreen, there's no third-person view. And with all the bits of car bodywork and windscreen wipers and stuff, that map is kind of annoying. It fills up your view a lot, and it all feels a little bit restricted. But that's all part of it, I think. So this is me, out on a driving lesson, driving around workshop in my Fiat. not. Driving lessons are going well. Fiat's been thoroughly sorted now. It's had a full service. It's had a few things that were found to be wrong. Everything is sorted. So for a car of its age, I mean it's 13 years old, it's in really good shape. Driving lessons themselves are going well enough. I've passed my theory, I've passed my hazard perception test. It's just the practical aspect now. I'm not ready for the practical test yet. It's funny, the way the lessons go, I'll be bobbing along happily, generally doing alright. I make a few minor mistakes, but nothing that would fail me on the test. You know, you can make 15 minor mistakes, or you fail on the 15th or something like that. And I'll make like 6 or 7 or 8 or something like that. And then, so often, just towards the end of the test, I then got to make a big mistake that would fail me. And my lesson last night, the instructor was talking to me while I was driving, having had a good lesson, you know, a few minor problems, but nothing that would have failed me. And then he's saying, okay, for the next lesson, we're going to do some independent well, bollocks. Independent driving off the side of a cliff. Yeah, we're going to do some independent driving where he'll just tell me where we're going and then I've got to follow the signpost and do it all myself. And he said some people have a bit of trouble with that. They find, you know, having to think about where they're going and navigate as well as driving causes them to make mistakes. I said, yeah, I can imagine me having a bit of trouble there because like I'm not good at multitasking. And yeah, I could see me having a bit of trouble. He said, yeah, like some people will, they'll be thinking so much about navigating that they won't notice something like that 30-mile-an-hour road sign that you just went past at 40. Nah, I'm not going to say that was entrapment and he was trying to distract me. Wow, that is the first time I've ever finished that level. Yeah, I won't say he was trying to distract me into making a mistake, but certainly if we hadn't have been talking and I hadn't have been thinking about that next lesson, I bloody Nora, I may not have gone sailing through a 30 limit at 40, but I kind of had to chuckle. That would have failed me had that been a test. Though had that been a test, he wouldn't have been talking to me, so who knows. I saw the humour in it. I didn't kill anyone. A couple of pedestrians stepped out right, well, they crossed at a crossing, having not bothered to press the button, so the lights were green for me to go straight through, and it was dark, and there they are crossing the road. I thought, idiots. I managed not to kill them. I've never seen this bit. This is totally new to me. And this is like Sega Rally-ish, though without the advanced graphics or handling or any of that. Just the sense of speed and mayhem and whatever. Oh! Come on! What are you doing? Wah, bastard! I was being shunted or something. Continue. Where are we? We're starting at the start of that level again. I don't know what happened. It ground to a halt at the end. I don't know if someone was up my arse shunting me. That sounds wrong, doesn't it? I couldn't get through the barriers. Get out of my way. Get off my road. But this is great. I mean, it's by no means perfect. It's very flawed. I mean, it is graphically very chunky. But I don't care about that. I think for a machine to be able to throw sprites around the way this is, so many sprites and so quickly, that just impresses the hell out of me. Because I mean the road is just made up of layered sprites that are scaling to make it look like the road is coming towards you. It's clever. And I don't think there are many. Oh, did I? Was that the end? Yes, that was the end of the level. Wow. Headlights. Again, never seen this. I don't know what's coming up. So it's not... at the time that this came out, it will have seemed dated, because things like Ridge Racer will have been in the arcades, and the PlayStation probably wasn't out at this point, but you know, it was sprites compared to the 3D stuff that was coming out. It will have seemed dated, but I don't care. I love it. It's more advanced than stuff that came out before it, like Outrun. Though Outrun is considered a classic where this isn't, but I don't care. I like this, and I'm going to commit blasphemy now. I like this more than Outrun. Shock horror, I do. I can't get very far on Outrun at all. I'm appalling at it. But I'm doing alright here. Well, you know, I've had to use continue, but what the heck? I have seen more of this than I would see if I was playing Outrun. Wow. I don't know if you can tell, I've still got that cold. It's gone to my chest now. See the little Sonic the Hedgehog swinging from the mirror-ish? That was, when it appeared in the arcades, that was the first appearance of Sonic the Hedgehog in any game. The Sonic the Hedgehog game hadn't appeared at that time. Oh, bloody hell, whoa. Yeah. So that was his first gaming appearance. Oh, bastard. Here we are, driving around the countryside, little, just outside. Oh, bloody Nora. What do you come on. I keep hearing cows mooing. I'm sure I heard a cow moo. I'm just wondering if Mark Behere's around here somewhere. No, it's a bit too hilly, isn't it? It would have to be flat. Oh, I don't know what that is that keeps... oh, come on. No. Bastard. Okay, gotta stop. Sounds like someone's at the door. Dogs are going mental. Yeah, Gale Racer, Sega Saturn. Thank you for watching.